What's up guys, welcome back to another what if video. Today I'll be doing a what if Asta was the reincarnation of Mael from 7 Deadly Sins. As you're probably wondering, but why, Amberkitian? You did a what if Asta Sunshine where you made that Asta Sunshine was more like Mael's, but in this it will be that he is the reincarnation of Mael. So yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? Oh yeah, quick reminder before we start. Only like a small percentage of the people that actually watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you do end up enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. And click that bell to be notified whenever I upload a new what if video. So let's get right into it, shall we? As we begin, in the 7 Deadly Sins universe. One day, when Mael is over 4,000 years old, he's dying. His brother has already died, but he is dying now. As he doesn't know what to do now, he thought, I wish I could have another life, so I could help people again. Just like we goddesses should have done all this time. He thought in his head, I really wish that I had another life to prove, to do good deeds again, to make amends for all my sins. As then the god, the high the deity of the goddess clan came to say her goodbye to Mael, said, You're strong, Mael. I respect you a lot. If you were strong, if you were didn't have, if you, I will give you what you want. He said. Then she says, Tensei no Isanai. As a bright light shines against on Mael, as a spell now is cast on him. As when Mael says, Thank you. High deity. She says, No problem, Mael. You deserve it. You deserve to get what you want. After all, you need to atone for what you did. Everything you've done. As well as the goddess clan need to do, but you will be sent to another universe to help them. She says that quietly after Mael passes away. So yeah, as the others, like the ones that are alive that knew Mael and cared about him, kinda is sad. Well, they are sad that Mael died, but yeah. As now, Mael's soul is on an adventure. He will wake up in a place, like a weird place where he's traveling. He says, Where am I? And then the supreme deity just comes to him and says, Well, you're on your way to your new life. You will be reincarnated as you wanted. He says, Wow, thank you, supreme deity. As now, he ends up in the Black Clover universe. The portal ends as Mael just sees like the world there. As then he's being attracted to a baby. No, his soul being dragged to a baby there. Right before it was born. Like when it was right about to be born. He just goes right into it. Because he gets sucked into it, so yeah. As now, the baby is Asta. Not just that, he will be called Asta Apricus, which means apricus means in Latin fall of sunlight. So yeah, that's a pretty fitting name, I think, actually, for Asta. But yes, as now Asta is born, his parents just looks at him and sees the kinda light and all the magic around him. They think that he must be strong. He must survive. So yeah, as I won't tell, like, I know Meryl's birth date, but I won't keep that in this. So Asta's birth date will still be unknown. So yeah, as he will end up at the church. But now, his parents, Hita, I think that's how you pronounce that, and his unknown father. Yes, his unknown father just leaves, kinda. No, but they have to like get away with Asta because they were under attack. That's Leaky that says, but Asta, we need to get Asta out of here. As the father says, yes, I'll hold them off. Escape with Asta. Raise him. Everything. Do that for me. Lichito say, promise you'll come back, come after us. He says, if I survive, I will. As Lichita cries, he says, but you have to. As he cries, he just agrees to that. And then she just runs with Asta in a casket. There, she just ran and ran. She ran across the Grand Medic Zone. Even though that it isn't canon, she's actually born in this. She's actually lived in the Clover Kingdom, but she will live in the Spirit Kingdom for the story's sake. I need to know that as well. As now Mael gets consciousness and finds himself in a weird room, kinda. As then he has his full body and all that, but he has memories, but he will realize that he's not the one like completely in control of this body. He thinks, but why? Then he sees a baby, kinda sleeping. He says, oh, so that's who this body belongs to really. Maybe I'm here to let him be maybe he's the reincarnation of me. I should probably teach him about my power, the power that he has now. He thinks, and then he sits down and calms down and meditates a lot. As now we go back to Lichita. She now gets hit by some fireballs, no, by some medic attacks as she runs across the Grand Medic Zone. As when she arrives outside of the zone, she dies of her wounds, or is dying of her wounds, as then she sees another group say, please, take care of my son. As he cries, as they just hear this, then we'll see the baby she carried in her casket. As they will just say, of course, my lady. As then when she died, they will say, rest in peace, young woman. We promise we'll take care of your son. As they said it and kinda had a sad tone and all that, but then they realized that we should probably live at the same place as Master Juno. So yeah, as now they just went there. Leaves Asta and Juno at the church. No, they were walk like a couple of kilometers through the forest, through the demon skull, with the trees surrounding it, where Asta used to train. Just walk through there, carrying Asta and Juno. As soon they get closer and closer to a village. As now they find a sign that's called "Welcome to a harsh village." As now they walk up to the church, leaves Asta and Juno on the staircase, no, on the stairs, knocks on the door, and just runs away into the darkness in the trees in the forest. As now this story will begin. As the forest hears a knocking on the door, he decides to open it. There's no one here. But then he just hears kinda two people crying as he looks down and says, oh, two kids, huh? Oh well, guess they need a new family here. Guess I have to take care of them now. He thinks kinda for himself, well, welcome to Arch Village, he says to them, and welcome to your new home. As Asta and Juno will kind of be carried into the church now by father, as he would just look at Juno and said, oh, your name is Juno. Then he sees the pendant and kind of smiles, thinking, at least his parents left him something. Then he sees Asta, and for what Asta's parents will leave him, he will have a necklace too. But still, yes, Asta will be a Spade Kingdom noble. I can say that much, but still. Then he just looks at Asta, that short kid, but with somehow had long hair. And was a real spirited, as he said, Asta Apricus. As then he says, Apricus, does Wait, does that mean? Then, before he could say anything more, can finish his sentence, a leg reaches out and kicks the father right through the wall, right to the wall, as he gets a nosebleed. So he gets flesh almost right through the wall. Kind of gets knocked out a little bit, but then when he walks, kind of goes up as he gets still. It kind of gets that little mad look, but then just look at Asta and says when our baby's so this goddamn strong. Then just looks at Asta again as I realize something that this kid is unusual. His mana is really intense for just a baby. He thinks that maybe he's a noble of some sort. Then he sees a necklace around Asta, a golden chain on his neck with a blue sun in it. No, actually not. It will be like a blue crystal with a miniature sun in it. It will be a dark blue, the same dark blue that is in Mael's eyes on this in this picture. And Mael's hair will be silver, kind of like just like it is here. So yeah. So now he say, "Oh, guess his parents left him something too." They say, "Oh well, welcome to Harsh Village, and Asta. This is your new home." So now skip ahead 2 years. Asta and Juno is just playing around. No, skip ahead 5 years. Asta and Juno is playing around. As Asta still haven't opened his eyes for 5 years. Father gets the word about thinking that he is blind. But the secret, Asta have seen his eyes and doesn't want anyone to see them yet. Because he's kinda scared of them. And so one day when he's taking a nap under a tree with Juno and the other children from the church near him, he sees he's go to sleep there and finds himself in a weird room where he finds another man. He says, "Who are you? And why do you look so similar to me? Are you my..." He says, "No, I'm not your dad. Sorry about that. But I have something to tell you about me and about you. About you. We are connected for somehow." Us connected? Okay. And he thinks to himself, what does he mean with that? But then said, oh well, maybe we're related somehow because we look so similar. Then I would say, so. Then we see Mael's eyes say, wait, you have those weird eyes too. He says, yes, you got those eyes from me. Then I said, but how? If you're not my father, then how can I get your eyes? He says, come with me and I will tell you everything. I just do as he says as the Mael just reaches out his hand. Asa takes it and grabs it. And then he sees that Mael gets wings. He said, freaks out and says, whoa, you got wings? As now the freer just turns into amazement. As if Mael say, yes, and you will get those too, soon. But now listen. I said, okay. As Mael will now say, well, you see, I'm not from this world. I come from a different world, where we don't need any grimoires for our magic. But it seems though that I was reincarnated here, or actually, my soul was transferred here into your body when you was born. From another dimension, from the dimension that I'm coming from. I was say like, whoa, so wait, does not mean that you're wait, that doesn't make sense. He says, oh, guess it's easier to say that I'm the reincarnation, you're the reincarnation of me. Asa says like, oh, wait, so I'm a new you, like a new life of you? He says, kinda, but yes. I says, okay. As then Mael said, now, touch my forehead. As this does it, as he sees all Mael's memories. But that when he gets bullied by the other goddess because he's so weak. But he remembers his brother Ludocil tells him that you're not weak. I see that unlimited, that unrivaled potential inside you. As now, we switch to another memory, where he sees Elizabeth, and Elizabeth accepts him for who he is, and everything. As he says, Elizabeth. She says, yes, why do you not bully me like the others? She says, well, even though you're weak, you're still a goddess. I don't know why we should bully each other just because you're weak. I can see the same thing as your brother does, your untapped potential inside of you. You will go strong, perhaps even stronger than the supreme deity herself, one day, if you really want to. As Mael falls in love with her, as he now tells Ludocil about his love, and Ludocil promised that after this war between the demons and us, I will arrange a marriage between you two. As Mael would be happy about this, but then the darkness comes. He gets turned into a demon, his memory is sealed away. He lives as Estarossa. Asta sees this and kind of freaks out and says, scary. As Mael says, bear with me, Asta. You won't get hurt. Then he sees everything that he does as a demon. He kills his brother Meliodas. Well, not really his brother, but still. He thought that it was his brother. Then the fight with Escanor, the one that had his grace, before he got it back after when he got in his memories. As now, Asta, where he has see everything, and when he turned to goddess that he regretted everything he had done. His last moment in his life, where he asked to be revived, everything. Then he sees him coming to Asta's body. As now Asta wakes up out of the trance. Well, that's a lot to take in. As he kinda stumbles a little bit, then Mael catches him. He says, I'm surprised you could actually handle it this good. And so far that you saw all my memories. Asta would say, well, of course I could. Then Eskit wakes up by Juno. As Juno said, Asta. Asta wakes up and says, oh yeah, Juno. As he kinda still have those eyes hidden, because he doesn't want anyone to see them yet. As Mael would ask why, Asta said, it's because my eyes look so different from the others. I can see their eyes without me opening my eyes. But one day I'll know that I have to open my eyes and see the world. Then Juno said, Asta, father is here with a new person. Asta says, okay. Asta walks up and father says, okay, Asta, time to present yourself. Asta raises up and walks to Sister Lily and says, oh, hi, my name is Asta. And she kinda kneels and he would say, hi, my name is Asta, reaches out his hand. Lily said, oh, hi, I'm Sister Lily. And she kind of wonders if she should take the hand or not, but then she decides just to take and shake it. I said, you must be a young, beautiful woman. And she said, yes, I'm young. As father would say, father would tell her about that Asta hasn't opened his eyes since he was born or since he was brought to the church. But he can still see everything about us. As I said, yes. Father, you have gained 10 more grey hair straws since yesterday. She's like, what? That's something you should keep quiet about, Asta. Asta said, but why? You're getting old. As he kind of laughs about this, as you and the other kids kind of laugh about this too. He said, that's... Sister Lily would say, it's fine, it's kind of funny. She kind of laughs now. As now Asta goes back to sleeping in the sun. As he somehow liked it a lot. Then Asta would try to reach into Mael again. But he wouldn't fight him yet. There'll be another time. As when he tries to fight Mael, Mael says, when the time comes, I will speak to you again. Asta would say, okay. It's now. Asta and Juno is 6 years old. Juno now gets sent to the near village by the father to ask to give a letter to the chief, but in that village to ask if they could share supplies for the winter and share supplies and food for the winter. And so when he gets there, he'll goes into the chief's house as they talk about it. As Juno gives him the letter, as the chief will say, "Be careful when you go back, Juno." Juno said, "Okay, of course." He kind of laughs about this and said that he did his mission for the first time. As now, but now the drunk guy, our guy, we switch back to another perspective. A guy gets kicked out of the bar, as the bartender says, "We have no room for people that can't pay for their drinks." As then he sees Juno's pendant just glimmering. He says, "Huh, that bastard, that kid's pendant will probably get me some booze." He thinks to himself, as now Juno would just kind of be taken by the drunk guy behind a corner, as the drunk guy just grabs Juno and takes the pendant off him. As soon as said, "Give it back, it's not yours." Said, "And what you gonna do?" As Juno would start to cry now. "Oh, you're gonna cry? Think that's gonna help you?" As Juno says, "Give it back," as he tries to use his magic. The drunk guy says, "Oh, I wouldn't try that if I were you. That just gives me a reason to fight back." As Juno would stop and kinda cry now. I said, "Oh, crybaby, such a crybaby." As he tries to walk away, but then he hears a scream say, "Give it back to Juno!" As now he would see another brat coming, with long, silver hair. With closed eyes said, "What's gonna a blind guy like you do to me?" As this runs directly towards him, and shrouds up his fist. As he just punches the guy. The guy has said, "What's got that gonna do to?" As he spats out blood. Says, "What the?" As he gets slammed to the ground. Says, "That, how can a kid be so goddamn freakishly strong?" Guess then he looks at Asta and sees the penalty he has. "Oh, that penalty, but I bet that penalty will give me some money too." Then Asta says, "Good luck trying to get it." As then he says, "Oh yeah." As then he opens his grimoire, Asta said, "Oh, you're gonna use a grimoire against a kid? You're weak, pathetic, that you even have to use a grimoire against a mere child." Strunk would say, "Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!" As now, Asta says, "I won't shut up until you give the pendant back to Juno." As now he straight up punches the guy again, but before he could land a hit, a hand goes to his head and pushes him back. As it is the drunk guy. He said, "Oh, what you gonna do now?" I said, as he tries now. It sounds like a mad bull, ready to charge full head in. Then Asta grabs the drunk guy's hand, crushes it, he grabs it and crushes it a little bit. Says, drunk said, "Oh, damn it, how are you this strong?" Asta said, "Give the pendant back to Juno." Drunkard said, "I don't care anymore." As he opened his grimoire, said, "Now, time for you to die. Flame magic. Fireball." As he creates a fireball, throws it at Asta. Asta dodges it, barely, but he gets a kind of burn mark on his hand. He said, "Ah, damn, that hurts." Then he sees kind of falls down to the ground, smack his head because of the damage he took. Then he just finds himself in that weird landscape again. Then he sees Mael says, "Well, Asta, it looks like it's time for your magic to awaken. Just say." "Hold on," as Mael says, "Well, it looks like I gotta teach you some spells now, or else we will die in here right now." I said, "It is winter now." I said, "Mael said, since it's winter, I guess I gotta give you this spell." I said, now, Asta's magic would awaken, even though he had magic before, but now he would be able to use it. Then Asta gets back to the world now. He wakes up, or stands up now. So then he says, healing arc, as he takes his hand towards where the hand that he got hurt on. As the burn mark just disappears, Drankar would say, what the? Is this your magic? Then Asta said, now it's time for you to pay. Now says, sunshine magic. Now then would say, solis ocasum. As he would hold up a finger, get a miniature sun there, as would get a lot of heat from it. As the snow around Asta would just melt away, like it was nothing, like it's bread against a newly toasted. No, it was like butter against a newly toasted bread. It's melting away. As it would evaporate and the air would just kind of be hotter against Asta. A unit wouldn't freeze anymore. He kind of figured it's kind of too hot, and Asta says, now. I say now he just throws the sun towards the drunk guy, or sends it, because he just flicks his finger towards him, like, you know, if you hold your hand like you have like you're about to give someone a high five, but you hold your hand and just holds up a one finger, then just flickers the finger like you're about to close it to a fist. So he just does that thing as the sun just goes to the drunk guy fast. Drunk will say, what is this? And it won't hurt me. This is says flame shield. But when he does that, the flame shield just gets heated up and disappears. The drunk guy would be surprised and say, what is this? Then Astor said, it's time for you to pay for your sins. No, he wouldn't say that. He would say, it's my magic. The drunk guy would now get hit by it, as he get thrown back a good chunk of feet, like 40 feet. No, 10 no, let's say like 10, 15 meters. Asta, as he drops the pen at there, Asta grabs it and says, time to go, And I said yes, as the heat would still emit around Asta's body. But Mael would say, well, Asta, guess I have to give you a little bit control of your magic now. Then he says, color solis. Asta said, say color solis. I say, okay. Then he says, color solis. As his body heat gets to a higher, not too high temperature, but high enough so that no one of them would freeze. Just to get warm, until they get back to the village now. As when Asta walks in, they will just feel the heat emitting from him. That Juno was kind of hurt, but Asta wouldn't be hurt at all. Asta was like, well, guess we're back home now. As he now drops down on the floor, passing out. He's in his dream now, when he's sleeping. He would see Mael again, and Mael said, that's impressive, Asta. It took me a couple of hundred years before I could master my magic. Seems like all you could do is this simple spell I have, and notice that you can control your body heat when you're only 6 years old, and this was the first time using your magic. That's a lot of impressive work, kid. I said, thank you, sir. He said, you can just call me Mael. I said, okay, Mael. As now, Asta wakes up. As Sister Lily would be to say, Asta, are you hurt? I said, I was burned on my hand, as he shows his left hand there. Then she said, but nothing's there. He says, what? Then Juno says, but that's impossible. Asta was burned by fire magic. Then she's like, what? Asta then wanted to remember about the healing arc that he used, but then Juno said, wait, that's maybe what Asta, do you remember that thing you did with your right hand and just hold it over your left hand there? I was like, I just remember holding it, but I don't remember if anything happened. Then he says, well, it was a kind of green light. No, it won't be a green light. It was kind of like a blue light around it. Yes, and maybe that healed you? I said, whoa, does that mean I have attack and healing magic? That's awesome. He fucks himself and says, looks like got better medic than you know. As Yun would say, well, for now at least. I said, what does that mean? As Yun said, well, I gotta train us so I can become stronger than you and become the Wizard King. As also said, oh yeah, I want to become the Wizard King, so you're my rival then, you know. You heard us laugh say, of course. As you know when I cry anymore, from that day on, you'll be, you know, the cold keeping man. The cold keeping boy. Skip ahead 6, 8, 9 years. No, yeah, it's 9 years actually. Asta still haven't opened his eyes. He didn't open them unless the drunk guy fight. As I have originally planned to do that, but now, oh no, no. He will open them soon, but later in the story. As we get to the Grimoire ceremony, as Asta and Juno says, well, we gotta get our Grimoires now. As they say, we'll see you there. As they would the other ones just flew there early and just wait for Juno and Asta. As now Juno and Asta would talk while they were going there. As Juno said, so why does it come that you never open your eyes, Asta? Asta said, Asta have said before, I can't open my eyes. I've tried before, but I can't. Maybe I'll be able to open them when I get my grimoire. As it's not a lie, but still not the truth, so yeah, Juno wouldn't be able to sense that if it's the truth or not, so he has to accept it. Maybe for that, maybe it's a reason that he doesn't want to open his eyes, maybe. Then we just go there, as now they were going to the Grimoire Tower. That's a big tower. And those gates, they're pretty big too, as Juno said. Think you can handle them? Asta said, well, I'm not shorter than you. Because, wait a minute, I will show you a picture of it. Mael is as tall as this, so he'll be a lot taller than Juno. Maybe a head taller than Juno. No, I don't remember how tall Juno is. Well, I couldn't find an actual height for Mael, but according to all the sources for Juno's height, he's apparently just 1.76 meters, or 5'7", which is kind of weird because he's drawn tall in the anime. That means that Asta must be really short. But yes, but now Asta will be taller than Juno. He will be 6'3". So yes, because he will be as tall as. He'll be really tall. He'll be not towering over Juno, but still pretty taller, much taller than Juno. Oh well. Well, actually, he will be 6'11". He will be the same height as Juno, as Bond for Seven Deadly Sins. As now, they would just walk in there, as the people they would just open door, as people see a really extremely tall man, a extremely tall 15-year-old, and another 5 foot, just short, kind of short, but still not short kid there, as he was just 5'7", but still he would kind of be tall compared to the others. Then just up, but everyone just look at Asta because he was 6'11". So yeah, as they would just walk there, again there, as now Asta would be, as everyone would still look at Asta like, who is that kid? Is he a noble or something? The nobles would wonder this too, but I would say that we have never seen him before. As they would wonder if he really was a noble or not, because they would feel that he can't be a noble. But then the ceremony guy would just dead in the church from the village say, "Go, go, Asta." I said, "Nobles left, say, they're just commoners." Then we look at Asta and said, "Well, that guy cat is blind too." How pathetic a commoner can be. As now Asta will activate his mana. No, he won't activate his mana actually. He will be pissed, but he will stay calm, as Mael had taught him to be calm. Then the ceremony guy will say, "Welcome, young future, the future of our Claw Kingdom. Today is the day to get your grimoires. When the flowers grow tall and sprout in the spring, it's all 15 years old in the country will get their grimoires. As for this year, I really hope that one of you will become magic knights." Juno and Oslo kind of smirk at each other, smiling. The nobles wouldn't see this. Snow says, "Well then, let me explain what a grimoire is, for you that don't know. A grimoire is a book that enhances your magic, makes you get new spells, and gets a lot stronger with you. As you progress, you will get more spells." So now, let's just go right into it. The Senna says something like "Grimoire Excolio." I just came up with that line, so it's kind of weird magic I just created. As now, the grimoires flow up in the air, as one after another will go down to people. As the two nobles would get kind of two lights. No, they would both get two 3-leaf clovers. As now for Juno, a bright sun suddenly. It looked like time froze, kinda, would actually slow down a lot. I said the Asta and Juno must see a grimoire shining with a green light and a light green grimoire as well. No, not light green, it would be pretty much green. As would have a green light coming slowly down to Juno, as would shine brighter than the others. As when Juno touched it, a wind just appears around it as kinda goes to around the other, as the others say, "What the?" Then Juno just look at the scroll and said, "Huh, a 4-leaf clover, huh?" You also say, "Well, looks like you're my rival." Yeah, nothing less from my rival. Then says, "Well, let's see what you get. If you get a 3-leaf clover, I'm leaving you behind." Oscar said, like, "I'm gonna get a 3-leaf clover, huh?" The nobles will see Juno's 4-leaf clover and be mad and say, "How? It's just like the legends of the first Western, but how can a commoner like him get a 4-leaf clover?" As now, an even brighter light will come down. As Asta said, "Oh well, where's my grimoire coming?" As the nobles will now see that Asta hadn't got a grimoire, said, laugh about it, said, "He may be tall and all that, but he didn't get a grimoire." What pathetic. Then a bright light, blinding everyone, almost came down, as only Asta wouldn't be affected by this, because it was his magic, kinda. As then he sees a bright grimoire coming down to him. As it is, I knew it won't be a 4-leaf, it will look like a 4-leaf clover. Asta would say, "Another 4-leaf clover, huh?" Then it comes down to Asta. Asta touches it, as now a heat wave kind of surrounds Asta and the others. Now, when Asta, as the grimoire opens, kind of, Asta would say, "Huh?" As then he closes the grimoire, as the heat wave disappears and the light goes down. Then everyone will see that Asta had a 4-leaf clover, but then we'll see something else. It changes. As they would see that, oh wait, it's sprouting a new clover. As the grimoire ceremony guy would see to say, "Is he a devil?" But then we'll see when the 5-leaf clover was done, he saw that the 5 different clovers would spread again out from each other, as now a 6-leaf clover grimoire would appear to Asta. Asta would be like, "Whoa." And then I was going to Mael and say, "Mael, He said, yes, Asta. Is this something because of that you're a goddess or something? He says, that might be it. I heard that the 5-leaf serpent symbols the devil, and the 6-leaf is the goddess, or blessing of the gods. So I guess that since you're a goddess, you're got a 6-leaf clover grimoire. Then also they'll say, I will become the Wizard King. It says to all the others, as noble get furious at this. Like, how can a blind man like kid like you become the Wizard King? You're just a commoner. You don't know what's going on with a 6-leaf clover grimoire. But you are not strong to become. You're not even strong to become a magic knight. Also to say, oh yeah, let's see that later on. See out the magic entry exam. He and Junius walks out. But then Oswald walks ahead before me, as Junius said, I'll wait here a little bit for the others. I said, okay. Don't get into any trouble. He said, of course not. As the nobles so they see that he was alone. Junius was alone outside. So like, guess we could take care of his grimoire first before we take the other guy's grimoire. As then would try to attack Juno, but instead, Juno's turns as to say open his and said, flame magic, hell flame burn, burning hell. He would call it that. Let's call it that, as Juno would say. Son say, you nobles never learn, huh? Yes, because I'm a commoner. As Dennis flicks his hand as a tornado appears and protects him from the fire. Does it mean that I'm weak? When the fire disappears, as they would see that Juno is unscathed, Juno says, yes, because I'm a commoner. Does it mean that I'm weak? So then just walks naked behind him and say, you tried to burn my grimoire. Be lucky that he wasn't here, or he will burn yours. He may be calm and all that, but if you did something to me, oh well, you will be dead by he would kill you. Just like, who is he talking about? Then chains appear and binds the nobles to the walls. Mysterious chains appears as they binds the nobles, who throws them right into the wall there, or like the siege wall. No, the wall. Yes, the walls. As soon as the rev said, just chains would come after Juno. Juno was dodged them. So one after another. As one appeared behind him, Juno dodged it. One appeared in front of him. Juno jumped and dodged it. Two appeared on the sides of him. He just dodged them and walked forward. Then the Chainmares had enough, said, enough. Then he screeched, Chain rain. Root of chains as now. And multiple chains would come out from the ground. And one catched Juno's feet as he tried to dodge them all. Juno gets dragged down to the ground. Slowly, as he now hits the ground. But not too hard, as he gets some bruises on him. Then the other chains just binds him up, and as the grimoire guy takes one chain and gives him the 40th kilometer, say, this grimoire, I guess I'll sell it on the black market. It's kind of laughs about this kind of evil laugh, as he say, oh yeah, you know that a grimoire, blah blah blah. I know a grimoire can only be used by the one or it says chosen. I know, but I know that there's a lot of people that wants to pay for a third of clover to their collections. As now, also with his sense that Juno was in trouble, he says, that damn it, Juno, always get in trouble, huh? Then Mael said, be ready, Asta. I can sense that this guy is pretty powerful. I start to say, oh well, I guess I'm more powerful than him, huh? As Mael said, you might be that, but he have more experience than you. As Oswald said, got me there. Then he runs now to the place that where Juno was captured. Then he jumps up and away over the wall and says, what the hell is going on here? Then he sees Juno chained up and the noble says, what the hell happened? Then he sees the revolution with Juno's grimoire. And why do you have Juno's grimoire? As you know, he isn't calm at all. He gets kind of pissed. give it back to Juno. As you say, you get flashbacks to the time when Asta and when his planet got stolen. He says, Asta, do you? I say, time to make him pay, huh? Then he says, he holds up his finger as it kinda is dawn now. He says, perfect. Most powerful time. And one of them, now I can use this one. Then he says, Solis Ocasum. As now a miniature sign, as the drunk would say, what? What did you say? Solis Ocasum. What's got to do to me? They just feel the surge of power emitting from Asta and the heat also coming. Then you see something building on top of his finger. A miniature sun or something? A miniature ball of fire. I say this a miniature of the sun. Says, what is this? Then he throws the chains against. What is this? As to try to bind Asta. Asta throws the sun against him. Revji just dodges it. The chain which dodges it easily. He just jumps to the side. Asta said, I thought so. Then Shane will say, guess I'll take it that grimoire go from yours too. Asta would say, huh? Gonna take my grimoire, huh? Oh yeah, really? And how are you gonna do that? As then Shane grabs Asta and binds him. He said, these chains can measure how much magic the user has, and you. As then we stumble said, but how? This magic, as the chain was broke by the sheer force of his magic. He said, but how? As the rest of the chains that tried to capture him again will just melt now. Asta are secretly whispered, Color Solis. As his body the chain will start to melt, the ground will start to melt a little bit. As then Yuna said, Asta, don't make it too hot here. I say, of course not. The Ren said, Color Solis. As now it lowers the temperature. It's the major say, but how can you have this much magic? You monster! You freak of a nature! I guess, as Yuna Asta said, now I guess I'll be taking back my grimoire. Then he says, sun shines. No, he don't say, sun shines grace. No, he wouldn't say that at all. He would say, just say, Solis Ortus. No, he says, Solis Ocasum again. As then he says, Solis or with Solis Ortus. As another sun would appear on his other finger, on his other hand. Then he holds him up and says, now. As he flickers his fingers, the sun goes to Revji. He's too stumbled by Asta's immense medical power to realize that he's getting attacked now. Then Asta dodges, it makes one sun hit him, and the other one just flows up into the air and disperses. As the chain which gets knocked out. Asta, pathetic. Then he grabs Yunos and his grimoire, as he gives Yunos his grimoire back and molds the chains around him. As now, they will just walk back to the church. At the church people would ask, what did you do? I said, nothing really, we just had a talk. As they did a fist bump before they left the place. And lots of yes. As now, they are walking back to the church. Well, the church people kinda get worried about where they went, but then they remember that, well, they are pretty strong, so they will be able to survive here on their own. Then when they get back, they would ask, what did you do? I said, oh well, we had a little talk with each other. As he looked at you, as Yuno said yes. Then I said, oh well, guess it's time for us soon to leave 6 months until the medic night exam. Guess we gotta train, huh? Yuno said yes, guess we gotta train. So now, when Ost was training in the woods, he would just go through the under Demon Skull. Well, he was first walk out of the church one day. He said, oh, guess it's time to train. It's kinda yawns like a morning yawn, and then he slowly walks through the grass fields. Through the work fields where the other people start to get out and work. He said, oh, hi Asta. I said, hi. He would say hi to everyone. So it's time to train? I said, yes, here it is. Then he walked slowly there, through the grass fields, as I said, through the other working fields, as people now was there saying hi to Asta. Asta greeted them as well. As now, he would get into the forest now, walk a little bit more, then he would come out right under the demon's skull, where his usual training spot is, with some burn marks everywhere, and some the bones actually stone melting, like have melted, signs of melting and everything. As now, when you say contact Mael, say, you said that, oh, I remember that 10 years ago, 9 years ago, you told me that I could sprout wings, but how? He says, well, first you gotta open your eyes and use your power there. Also said, okay. Also now open his eyes. And then he says, now focus your energy on your back. As I does this, now he just feels something coming out there. As now it will be 4 giant wings. As it will look like this. He will get those 4 wings. Smells then impressive. You did it on the first try. I said yes. Then says, so can I still get those wings when I'm not closing my eyes? When I have my eyes closed? He said yes. I said good. As now that he would train, 6 months would eventually have passed. Oster would meet the swordsmanship as he gets trained in swordsmanship, but Oster said, I don't prefer to do it, but I guess I still can learn about it. Diamond says, oh well, guess I can teach you after you save me from that board. Oster says, you owe me one, so yes. As now 6 months were passed, Austin and Juno meets up, back at the church, as they would say bye to everyone, as they would now go to the capital. As when they get far away from sight, Austin would have brought his wings. Juno would say, what is those? I said, nothing, it's something I achieved during my training. As Juno said, oh well. Yes, you will be flying there. I said, yeah. As Austin kind of flew there a little bit, as he still walked to there, as then the first night they would build a shelter. As they hunted, as they said, shall we start a fire? I said no. Then he screamed, he says, soulless occasion. As he now holds it under the boar that they had as he barbecued it perfectly. As they tasted it, said, so great. As now they would eventually get to the capital now. As when he walked in, asked to see the castle and say, look, that's my future castle one day. Juno said, you mean my castle? I said, no, if you're lucky I will let you live there. As Juno said, you mean that when I get to become the West King, you'll be lucky if I let you live there. As they would kind of have that rival moment. As the guards would just see Austin and Juno to think that they were gorgeous and all that, but they wonder about why Austin didn't open his eyes. They thought that maybe he's blind. Then Austin would say, no, I'm not blind, I just prefer he would have sensed it as they were kind of whispering. Then I said, no, as he walked up to them and say, excuse me, Marius, but I heard you talking about that I'm blind, but actually I'm not blind. He says, I can see exactly how you are, and you're very beautiful young women. As he kneels down and takes each one of their hands and takes his time to just kiss them on the hand, as they be like, oh, kind of flattered by him. As all the other girls there would see that Asta did it to them, as they be like, oh, so he's not blind. They felt like he's very attractive. And then I see Juna said, well, he's attractive too. But now, Juna and Asta would just go to the stand where the Witch King was, or the old lady said, Colonel Vala. So Asta would just walk to her, as they would say, come here and eat some fresh snake, it's definitely not poisonous. Asta and Juna walks up there. And says, no thanks. We know that it's poisonous already. Asta said, well, I can sense that with my magic. He says, oh, so you have poison magic? I said, no. My magic is just so strong that I know I can feel danger, and I feel that poison right from the snakes. So I recommend you stop hiding between that disguise you have. Please? I know that you're not there. I know that you're just in a disguise, so please just stop hiding from that. I know that it doesn't want people to see you who you really are, says Asta to him quietly. But I can see who you are, Wizard King. As he kind of bows down in respect, he said. Then he just walks away. The whisker will say, impressive. That guy, he's tall, but he never opened his eyes, but still he can see from my disguise. He'll say, interesting, as then decides to just infiltrate the medic and take Sam. Because he figured out that they were here for that. As for the registration ceremony, like for the more registration, Juno will say, I'm Juno from Harsh Village. As he shows his grandma, say, a four-leaf clover, huh? Guess the rumors were true. As then Asta say, my name is Asta Apricus. Here's my grandma, as he gently shows his grandma, say, six-leaf clover. I don't know if that's outside. Please just scan it and see before you take any assumptions. He did and say, wow, guess it really is one. Asta said, of course it is. Then walks in, and then said, that guy, he never opened his eyes, but he could see everything that I was about to say. Like, he must be really good at some magic sensing. Because he's blind. I said, I'm not blind. I can see everything. Yeah, I can even see that you have a white t-shirt under that coat of yours. Not just that, you have the family photo on it as well. I'm like, what? How? I said, it's a secret. As he kind of smirks and goes in there. Now, as none of the medic birds would go near Juno or Asta. As when Asta walks in, everyone would just switch look to Asta and not Juno. As they would see this really extremely tall man goes in there with long silver hair, with closed eyes. They would wonder, is he blind? Then Asta said, no. I can see everything you do and everything how you look, and said that all the girls here are very beautiful. He says, and say, all their dresses, the green ones, the blue ones, the purple ones, they're all so beautiful on you. Then says, you have all so beautiful eyes, he says too. He says that just be gentle and say like, okay, he's definitely not blind. As for now the automatic birds would arrive. None of them could go near Juno, as none of them would even go near Asta at all. They would stay far away from him. Really far away, as not even Nero would go near Asta, because she knew that she will be killed even though she's not an automatic bird. Once she inherited the body of it, she might even be killed by his magic. She just stayed away from it. I said, oh, so too bad, I just like those birds. Then he concentrated his magic to hide it, as then says to Nero, said, you can come sit here. As Nero said, look at him, as I said, it's okay. My medic isn't active there at all, so you can sit there easily. As Nero just trust him and go and sit down, she felt that his magic is not concentrated at all. I said, no, of course not. I have focused it on another spot in my body. Then it's kind of strokes Nero and all that, so she would kind of like him. I said, you're a very unusual bird. Then Mael said, oh, wait, Asta, I can sense something else from this bird. It's not a bird, actually, it's a human. It's a human soul in it, I said. Really? Wow. Guess she really must be something special then, huh? He said, yes, it seems like she is. As then, Doris goes switch back now, as now Asta just walks around with Nero talking to it and all that, as he runs into Yami. As Yami said, do you want to die, kid? As then West look around and says, Asta, a tall man, even tall, like towering over himself, said, oh well. Guess I said, sorry sir, I didn't mean to walk right into you, I'm so sorry, apologies. And then he just walks away and says, well, that kid is very polite and all that, but still, why doesn't he open his eyes, I wonder. Then we see the long silver hair, said, maybe he's a royal silver. I see he would have the same hair color as the Silvas, but more silver actually. As everyone wondered, is he a silver or something? I said, no, Asta would later reveal that he's not a Silva at all. As the Silva family knew that he wasn't, but the others didn't know. So now the captors just arrived. As they would immediately face their eyes on Asta, said then Figolna would ask Nasal, said, "Is he some?" He said, "No, he's not at all." Can't you see his body type is not unlike any of us, and the skin tone as well. His hair color might be the same, but no, it won't be the same color because the silver eagles have the Silvas from the silver eagles have kind of more white silver hair, but while Mael has like a grayish silver hair, like he will have silver hair for real. As now, also would say, as now say, well, it's time for the flying broom test now. As you know, as they explain everything about it, as there's well, this is thematic entry exam. As they would go through a couple of tests, and when they finished all to be selected in the thematic night squad, with the captain that wants you will raise their hand. Mr. Black, oh, okay. Now to the first set, the flying broom test. As now, he would say, world thematic, broom handing. As the brooms would go to everyone, as would say, no thanks. He says that I don't need it. As they like, does he give up? Then as Fuchs says his medic on his back and sprouts wings. For annual wings. That's like, what is this medic? As just flows up. I told them, you know, as he said, huh. Guess they didn't know, but guess they didn't expect that, huh? You said, well, I'm still kind of surprised they can sprout wings. As the captors think that maybe he's a wing magic or something. Because they knew that was a thing, because there's a guy. And now, sorry for that, my mom just walked in and asked if I wanted something for breakfast. Yes, I eat breakfast at 11 AM. It's like a weekend now. So yes, as now. Asked what I say. As now he was land. The cat would be surprised by the still that he had spread 4 wings. And that he was so tall and didn't never open his eyes. Then he'll say, Then he takes back his wings and say, now, it's time for the creation medic test. I said, oh, okay. Then says, maximum, no, he said, omega arc. As he creates, no, he will say, omega arc. As arcs would just appear over his arc in the sky. As captives look up and then also say, now, no, he would say, he wouldn't say that, he would say, solis, okay, maximum soli. He said, solis ortus. As he still takes his wings and flies up. Said, they want to ask, why do you go up? I said, because my creation is too big for this arena and might melt it as well. Then he flows up and says, solis ortus. As they would see a miniature sun appearing on Asta's finger, majestically. I wonder, what? I thought he had wing magic or something. Asta said, the wings are my special attribute. As well as some other things. Then it says, maximum solis. As the sun, Asta would throw up the sun now, as it would grow bigger. Then he say, this is my creation. They would say, okay, fine, you can calm down on. As Asta dispels the maximum solis and goes down now to the others. And steals kind of shields, as you say, show off. I said, really? I mean, this is the best I could do, and ain't we supposed to do the best of here? You said, well, yes. Then it comes for the marksman test. Osteus creates a solus ortus and throw. He would just create a solus ortus and throw at the target, as it burns right through the target. I said before they could hit the arena wall, as they say, dispelled, as the arena wall had melted a little bit, as the captain was seated say. His medic must be really hot. As it was like 5 feet away from the pillar before it started to melt. As then also said, oh well, guess I aced that one too. Now it comes to the seed growth test. Also ace it as well. I don't know how to explain it, but yes, he will ace it. He really ace it. Now it's time for the combat proportion. No, Seke won't challenge us at all. Same guy challenges Juno. It goes the exactly same as in canon, except that it would be more one-sided for Juno, so Juno wins it easily. Then it comes for the other one, for Asta challenge. Nobody wants to challenge him. Then Sai says, "Oh, why does nobody want to challenge me? Is it because I'm so tall and strong and muscular, or is it because I'm so polite to everyone?" He would say that out loud as the captain would. So really, no one wants to challenge him. Asta with a sigh said, "Oh well, guess I'll be leaving now, since nobody wants to fight me." The captain said, "Wait." Asta would look up and say, "What is it? You can't see me do combat, so what? How can I get chosen in the squad then?" He says, "Well, since nobody else wants to challenge you, you can choose a captain to challenge you." I said, "Really? But you're gonna totally kick my ass." He says, "Yes, but this battle is about how you win. Since nobody else wants to challenge you, doesn't want to fight you, we'll see how good you can battle against the captain." I started to thank you, say, "Okay, thank you, sir." Dennis looks at everyone, then says, "I want to challenge you," as he points at if captain of the Crimson Lanes. May I challenge you, Captain Figolian Vermilion?" Says, "Of course." As he jumps down and says, "I noticed you're strong." I said, "Of course I am." "Yes, maybe, but I'm not as strong as you." As Figolian said, "Of course not, I'm a captain." But then I said, "Well, but I will have to become stronger than you." Figolian said, "Why?" I said, "Because I want to become the Wizard King." He said, "You can never become the Wizard King if you never open your eyes." Asta said, "I guess it's time to open my eyes then." I haven't opened my eyes since I was like 2 years old, and I found out how I've never opened my eyes before. Guess it's time to do that, since now I got everything on the line. Besides, I can always see how you look. You look proud, man. Not muscular, but I can see that you're strong. Your orange hair symbolizes your family. You have that like diamond in your head as a promise. Guess it's something else important to you, probably. But then, guess you've earned it, Captain. You're the first one to ever see my eyes, except for myself." Then Austria said, "Time to open my eyes then, huh?" Figmund said, "So, are you gonna all talk or gonna open your eyes?" I said, "Fine then, I'll show you my eyes." As now he just opened his eyes, like kinda quickly, and said, "Here are them. Here it comes." As he opened his eyes, a bright light now appears around Asta. Asta knows when the light goes down, Asta's eyes would be blue, with the goddess symbol in the middle of them. As the Figol said, what is their eyes?" I said, "I was born with those eyes. I don't know why." He lied about that, but yeah. I was born with these eyes. That's all I know. That's the most I can say about it. I really don't. I need to figure out the rest about them. Maybe it's because of my magic that I got those eyes. As they say, I know that they're blue, and that they have a weird symbol in the middle instead of a pupil. But guess and that's why I've never opened my eyes to anyone. If you go on being pressed, I can see why now you don't want anyone to see them. People will either be afraid or like freak out about it." I said, "Of course, that's why." Then I said, "Well, let's just get on to this battle, huh? Let's see that Figona was the only one to see his eyes." So yes, no one else saw them, as he was as Arthur asked to not tell him about his eyes. Then he had to close his eyes, and the light would appear again, and then disappear. Also, I have closed eyes now. Figona said, "Of course, no one else will know about it unless you want. I want to see them." I said, "Let's get on with it, shall we?" Asta said, "To be fair, I want to use my wings to dodge." I said, "Oh well, I'm honored by that." I said, "I'll take your hits head on, or dodge them by foot." He said, oh, your choice. Then says Figolian says, now, solar eclipse. As now would say, exclude it. He will use some spells as he would use the laser. Oswald's dodge it. Says, impressive. Then let's see how you dodge this. As now throws fireballs at him, one after another. Oswald like, huh. Then says, color solis. As now, Figolian just sensed the heat come emitting from Asta. So like, what is this? As then a bright light which surround Asta. I say like, wait, it's the sun, the color of this magic, the suns he made, or the bolts he made. Is this some sort of fire magic? As when the fireballs attacked Asta, they would just magic would just burn up when it got close to him. He said, oh well. Then it says color solis again, as the now would disappear. Like the heat was disappear. Figure said, I guess you're pretty strong, huh? I said, yes, I am. Then it says, well, guess it's my turn to attack now. Then it says, killing saucer. As now he'd get light, kind of like, he would get light, so, no, I don't know how to explain it. As the light would look like this, his killing saucer would just look like this. And so just have closed eyes and this not open eyes, he would just have closed eyes. Now, he would just go for Figolian said, now. My attack, I will attack. As he attacks Figolian, but not hitting him really. Don't do fatal wounds, he just hit him. So scratching us, I don't want to hurt you so you get hurt really bad or anything. Figolian said, I respect that, but I won't work in a battlefield. Then, no, after Asta did use his coloring saucer, as Figolian said, that's enough, I've seen enough. As the captain said, we agree to that. Figolian jumps up to the other say, guess you're impressive, young man. What's your name? I said, Asta Apricus. The black Apricus, as some of them would laugh, as then I said, in case you doesn't know what that means, it means full of sunlight. That explains my magic as well, because my magic is sunshine magic. The black what? And then I said, yes. Like, okay, then we'll stop laughing at all, because now they realized that Asta was serious about this. Let's now get to the selections. As for Juno, he will join the Golden Dawn still. As for Asta, well, I'll let you guys decide in the comments down below. But just so you know, if I see enough, if I see the black balls, I would prefer if you chose another squad than the black balls. But I will understand if you chose the black balls as well, because to keep the story intact. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this what if video. I really hope you do. And now, please like and subscribe and click that bell to be notified whenever I upload a new what if video. Now remember, stay safe. Peace out.